Hello and welcome. When it comes to heart health, there's so much advice out there can be, well, pretty overwhelming. So today we're cutting through all that noise. We're going to break it all down into 5 simple, clear, actionable rules. Think of this as your personal prescription for a healthier heart, and we're starting right now. So let's get right to it. Is there really a simple recipe for keeping your heart in great shape? The answer is a huge yes. And look, it's not about crazy diets or spending hours at the gym. It really just comes down to nailing the fundamentals. We're going to break down 5 simple rules for you. Let's dive in.
First up, let's talk about the one thing almost everyone overlooks. This is our first rule. You have to prioritize sleep. Seriously, it's not a luxury, it's the absolute foundation of your heart health. But here's the thing, not all sleep is created equal.
And this right here is a really crucial point. There is a massive difference between planning to go to sleep and just passing out because you're exhausted. When you plan for rest, you give your body a chance to power down properly. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure stabilizes, it's a true recovery period. But when you just collapse into bed, your body is still in a high-stress state, pumping out hormones like cortisol that over time are just really tough on your heart.
So, how do you fix this? It's all about creating a ritual. It starts with setting a consistent bedtime. And I mean every single night. Yep, even on the weekends. This is how you train your body's internal clock. Next, make your bedroom a sanctuary. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. Most important thing is to condition yourself for sleep. Don't just wait to crash. This one discipline can literally transform your heart health.
Okay, on to our second prescription, your diet. Now, for so many people, this topic is just filled with confusion and maybe even a little guilt. This one area is going to give us our next 3 rules. But our goal here is not about deprivation. It's about being smarter. It's about moderation.
We've all heard it, right? Red meat is the enemy, sugar is poison, but is it really an all-or-nothing game? The truth is, no. Actually, making certain foods forbidden usually just backfires and leads to a cycle of binging and regret. The real secret is understanding how these foods affect your body and then just managing them intelligently.
And to understand the how, we've got to talk about the why. It really boils down to this guy, LDL, or what we call bad cholesterol. The best way to think about it is this. Imagine your blood vessels are like pipes in your house. LDL is like a sticky gunk that slowly builds up on the inside, creating plaque and making those pipes narrower. Now there's also good cholesterol, HDL, which is like the cleanup crew that scrubs that gunk away. So our goal is simple, less gunk and more support for the cleanup crew.
The simple guide gives us our next 3 rules. So, rule number 2 is about fatty foods like meat and eggs. The key here is balance. See how your body feels, and always pair them with fiber-rich vegetables, which actually help block some of that cholesterol from being absorbed. Okay, rule number 3 is about sugary stuff. Want a piece of cake? Go for it, but make it a few bites, not the whole slice. Enjoy it as a special treat, and then maybe go for a walk to burn off that extra fuel. But our 4th rule, this one's firm. Fried foods. You just have to avoid them as much as you can. Sautéing or steaming is so much better for you because it avoids those inflammatory oils that do direct damage to your blood vessels.
And really, this is the main takeaway for your diet. This is not about banning the foods you love. It's about being responsible. Enjoying food is one of life's great pleasures. You just have to do it mindfully, really savoring a small portion instead of making it an everyday thing. All right, we've talked about sleep and we've talked about diet. Our 3rd prescription gives us our 5th and final rule, and this one is a game changer. It's about completely reframing how you think about exercise. It's not something you do if you have time. It is a non-negotiable daily obligation to your heart. And look, it does not have to be complicated or intense. Just look at this list. Brisk walking, fantastic for your heart. Swimming, cycling, even lifting some weights, they're all great. You know what the best exercise is? It's the one you'll actually do consistently. So find something you enjoy and just make it part of your life.
So what's the magic number? Just aim for at least 30 minutes every day. That's it. It's so achievable, right? It's sustainable and it's incredibly powerful. And you can totally break it up. 2 15-minute walks are just as good as 1 30-minute session. Consistency is what really matters.
And why is this so critical? Because the effects are basically medicinal. For some people who have mildly high blood pressure or cholesterol, getting consistent exercise can actually bring those numbers back down to normal, without any medication at all. It is truly one of the most powerful tools you have in your toolbox.
So there we have it, our 3 core prescriptions. Prioritizing your sleep, mastering your diet, and making movement an absolute must. Now, let's just pull it all together one last time and recap the 5 clear, simple rules that we've talked about.
So here they are, our 5 rules, framed to simple don'ts. Number 1, don't stay up late. 2, don't go overboard on fatty foods. 3, don't overindulge in sweets. 4, absolutely stay away from fried foods. And number 5, don't be sedentary. I want you to think of these 5 don'ts as 5 powerful ways to say yes to a much healthier, happier heart.
And this might be the most important point of all. You do not have to change your entire life overnight. In fact, that's usually a recipe for failure. Real, lasting change starts with one small, manageable step. Your journey to a healthy heart truly begins with one single decision that you make today.
So, I'll leave you with this one question. Looking back at everything we've talked about, which one of these things will you start today? Just one. Will you set a real bedtime for tonight? Maybe swap that fried food for something grilled? Or maybe just take a 15-minute walk after dinner? Pick one. Just one thing and commit to it. Your heart is absolutely going to thank you for it.